Hey everybody, Jeff Stone here with another episode of MagicReview.com, Hacked, Brian Kennedy, and World Magic Shop. That's what we're looking at today. So for $34 or $34.50 or something like that, you get a DVD and a gimmick that was probably handmade. And on the DVD, they teach you how to make another gimmick if you want to, so you can make it up with whatever card backs you prefer. Basically, the effect is this. I'm going to pretend to show you here. So let's get, I don't know you. Two cards are selected. And, let's have you, sir, sign your name across the queen here. And then the other person selects the king. And then some stuff happens, and then you couldn't actually hold it the way I'm holding it, but just for the sake of what's going on the camera here, you're more holding it like this. Well, that works. You rub your finger over that, and the signature appears. That was here, appears here on the king. And then some more stuff happens, and you put the queen in the person's hand, and then the signature reappears. That's the basic idea. The method is some basic sleight of hand that any card guy or gal would know, and then a special gimmick that is included. The gimmick cannot be seen like super close up, but you saw the video performance. That distance, which was only a few feet, is fine, and so I wouldn't worry too much about it. When it comes to the method, the catch is you have to use face cards. And in this case, my gimmick would be a King of Hearts gimmick. Plus I'd have a regular King of Hearts. Plus I'd have to have two Queens of Spades or Queen of Spadeses, or however you would say that. Total of 3 cards plus the gimmick, so 4-ish cards. And of course, she's going to sign the Queen of Spades, therefore it is no longer useful for the next time I want to do the trick, unless I have an entire deck of Queens o' Spadeses. If you don't have an entire deck of the aforementioned card, then you're going to have to ruin a pair of cards at like 2 King of Hearts every time, 2 Jack of Clubs every time. Well, only one of them. You get to keep the other one, but you got to ruin the duplicate. So I don't care. That's up to you if you think that's worth it. I'm just telling you what you got to deal with. So the gimmick is well made. It works. It's clever. It's smart, and it's easy to work with. The presentation, the ad trailer is good. I should be clear though. They make some claims that they're true, but they're skirting around it a little bit. And so just to be clear, it talks about the signature change happening in their hand. Well, that moment where you're holding the king or whatever card and you do this, whoosh, and it appears there, no, that happens in your hand always. It always will. You cannot do that in their hand. And not only that, but you can't hand that card out after you've done that. Cannot hand that card out after you've done that. So the only thing that really happens is in their hand, per se, is that they're holding the card that apparently has the signature on it, and then suddenly the signature appears in your hand, and the card that's in their hand no longer has a signature on it. But it's not even a thing where they're like, look, here's my signature, I'll place it here on my hand, and then the magic happens. No, you have to be the one placing it on their hand. I'm sure you've got a sense of how that may happen. So this in their hand is a little bit iffy. Also in the trailer, they had to cut a few things out, which they're just protecting the method. I think I'm okay with what they cut. But in the DVD, you get a full uncut presentation, and there are some awkward moments there that clearly, one in particular, the spectator clearly saw it. She even kind of gave a knowing glance over to her, partner or friend or whatever that she was with, sort of with her eyes saying, "Did you see that?" They just kind of played along, probably because they were on camera and they knew they were supposed to. Now, that particular problem can be overcome with some practice and just maybe Brian Kennedy doesn't do it as well as maybe you could do it. And he's a big guy. I'm a big guy, and I know exactly the problem he was having that caused the moment where the spectator was like, "Did you see that?" Being a big guy myself, I have the same problem. I can't say much more than that, but it's just an awkward thing that happens to guys that are, not small. Or as David Spade said to Chris Farley in Tommy Boy, "You can sit there and keep on being not slim, but I've got work to do." Something like that. Anyway, so for those of us who are not slim, I can relate to the problem he had. Either way, it's not a big thing. Timing, misdirection, practice can overcome it, even for us big folk. So there you have it. So what you're getting is a relatively short DVD that covers how to make the gimmick, how to use it, how to take care of it, and a basic routine with it. The only negative, really, I would say, is Brian Kennedy was very quiet and very monotone, and the lighting was bad. It was hard to hear him. And he also has a pretty thick Irish accent, which made a few things hard to hear. But, getting past that, there's nothing I can say about that. He was so quiet and almost shy. It was not a lot of fun to watch because it was just hard to hear him and hard to, the lighting was funny. So that aside, if you like the effect you saw in the trailer, that moment where you wipe your finger across the card and it changes, it does look that good and it is that clean. You just can't, let the spectator examine certain things. It talks about the props being examinable. They can examine the card they are signing. And then once the signature vanishes from their card, they can examine the card that they're holding where the signature is not there. They can never examine the other card where the signature has magically appeared. They can never examine that. And so there's, you just have to just make sure you understand what you're getting. So, enough said. That's Hacked. 4 stars. Stone Status a gem. Random iTunes song of the moment is... Oh, yeah. Yngwie Malmsteen. Or I've heard it pronounced many ways. Yngwie, Yngwie, whatever. Yngwie Malmsteen. Swedish guitarist extraordinaire. This is Icarus Dream Suite. So there you have it. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Tune in next time, folks, where we are taking a look at Profiles, the social mentalism routine by World Magic Shop. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you then. Peace out.